Welcome to Track Records, where we dive into the most legendary records in horse racing history. Today we're focusing on one of the most celebrated moments in horse racing history, the day that Zenyatta beat the boys in the 2009 Breeders' Cup Classic. The 2009 Breeders' Cup Classic at Santa Anita was more than just another race. It was a stage for a moment that would etch itself into the annals of horse racing history. And at the center of it all was Zenyatta, a magnificent mare who had already captured the hearts of racing fans with her undefeated record and her late closing kick. But on this crisp November day, she was about to set a track record that would forever define her legacy. Up until this race, Zenyatta had won all 13 of her starts. She was a giant on the track, dominating every race with her signature style that only a few horses could ever replicate. She was patient, always sitting at the back of the pack, and when the time came, she would launch her powerful finishing kick, passing horses as if they were standing still. But in this race, she would be facing the best of the best. Summerbird was in here. Gio Ponte was in this race, a fantastic turf horse who was going to try the Breeders' Cup Classic because it was on that all-weather surface at Santa Anita Park. The field was stacked, and many wondered if this would be the day Zenyatta's streak would finally end. The race unfolded at Santa Anita Park, a track where Zenyatta had never lost, but still, the challenge before her was immense. As the gate opened, Zenyatta's style was evident. She was going to drop back to the pack and wait for Mike Smith to give her that cue. Zenyatta's jockey, Mike Smith, kept her calm, never asking too much too soon. She was at the back, as usual, seemingly biding her time. The crowd, a sea of eager spectators, watched anxiously. Everyone knew her ability to close, but they also knew that the competition she was facing was unlike any she had seen before. As they moved down the backstretch, the other horses stretched out across the track, and Zenyatta, as she had done in every race before, just kept her composure, sitting back, still a long way from the leaders and home. As they rounded the final turn, something magical began to happen. Zenyatta started to surge, her long stride eating up the distance between her and the pack. Mike Smith encouraged her just a little, and she responded with the power and grace that made her a champion. One by one, she passed horses, moving like a freight train down that stretch. The crowd stood on their feet, holding their breath. By the time they hit the final furlong, it was clear. Zenyatta was closing in on the leaders. She reached the front in the blink of an eye and pulled away, crossing the finish line a length ahead. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Zenyatta had done something no other mare had done before. She had won the Breeders' Cup Classic, a race typically dominated by male horses. She had proved that she was not just one of the best fillies, but one of the best horses in history. But what made this victory even more special was the way that she achieved it. In a race where she had been nearly last for much of the way, she set the track record in the 2009 Breeders' Cup Classic against the boys. She was just not winning. She was doing it in a way that left everyone in awe, even the track announcer. Down the stretch, he said, "This is unbelievable." I didn't say it as great as he did, but her ability to close with such speed to pass horse after horse in the final stretch was a display of raw talent, determination, and heart. Zenyatta's victory at the 2009 Breeders' Cup Classic wasn't just another race win. It was the crowning moment of her career and will go down in history. She finished this year undefeated with a perfect 14-0 record lifetime, becoming the first mare to win the Classic and solidifying her legacy as one of the greatest horses of all time. In the years that followed, Zenyatta's track record of 2009 would live on, not just in the history books, but the hearts of racing fans who witnessed her brilliance. And as the years passed, that unforgettable stretch run at Santa Anita, where she surged past the best to claim victory, will remain one of the greatest moments in horse racing history. Well, that's it for Track Records, where we take a deep dive into magnificent performances in horse racing history. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, send it to your friends, and let me know in the comments who you would like me to do next.
Now open! The Beat the Odds Horse Racing LLC store is officially open. With over 100 horse racing themed products, including shirts, hoodies, stickers, and more, you're sure to find something you love. Check it out now at www.btohr.com and discover your perfect match today. Don't miss out. Shop now and beat the odds.